David Letterman exited NBC 32 years ago with help from Bruce Springsteen and an extended version of Glory Days. The iconic moment in late-night television history was marked not only by Letterman's departure from the network after 11 years of groundbreaking late-night television, but also by the special collaboration with Springsteen. Letterman's final show on NBC was the culmination of years of innovation, sharp wit, and sharp critiques of the entertainment industry. Letterman had revolutionized late-night television by introducing elements of irreverence, pushing boundaries, and creating an atmosphere of unpredictability. The departure itself was an emotional moment for both Letterman and his audience, who had tuned in for years to watch the quirky host deliver his distinctive brand of humor. When the news broke that Bruce Springsteen would make a guest appearance on Letterman's final NBC show, it generated excitement among fans. Springsteen, already a legendary figure in music, was known for his soul-stirring performances and his intimate connection with audiences. His relationship with Letterman, which had blossomed over the years, provided the perfect backdrop for a collaboration that transcended mere entertainment and delved into the realm of shared history between the two men. As the show unfolded, Letterman sat back and marveled at Springsteen's performance. But it wasn't just a regular musical appearance. No, Springsteen delivered a long and extended version of Glory Days, a fitting tribute to Letterman's time at NBC, his own personal glory days as a host, and the moments that had defined late-night television over the previous decade. The performance, lasting longer than the typical television slot, was an emotional farewell not only to the late-night host but to an era of television that would soon be replaced by a new wave of formats. The extended version of Glory Days felt like a soundtrack to the end of an era, a reminder of the times when late-night television had more of a cultural impact. As Springsteen's voice echoed through the studio, fans and staff alike couldn't help but reflect on the significance of what had just taken place. The song's nostalgic lyrics about revisiting the past perfectly mirrored the sense of both finality and reverence for Letterman's time at NBC. In a way, the extended version of Glory Days was symbolic. It wasn't just about reminiscing on the past, but about celebrating the moments that had shaped Letterman's career and made him a household name. And Springsteen's music, steeped in themes of working-class Americana, nostalgia, and the passage of time, was the perfect soundtrack to bid farewell to one of late night's most influential figures. There was also something poignant about the juxtaposition of the two icons, Letterman, the king of irreverence and subversive humor, and Springsteen, the embodiment of earnest sincerity and heartfelt rock and roll. They represented different worlds of entertainment but shared an authenticity that had won over millions of fans over the years. As the two shared the stage, the audience was reminded that, despite their differences in style, they were united in their ability to speak directly to people's hearts. The farewell moment, underscored by Springsteen's impassioned performance, was a fitting end to Letterman's tenure at NBC. It wasn't just about saying goodbye. It was about acknowledging the journey, the highs and lows, and the lasting impact that Letterman had made on the world of television. The song played out, the cameras rolled, and Letterman, in his usual understated manner, took a moment to acknowledge the significance of the event. He didn't need to say much. The music and the moment spoke for themselves. As the final notes of Glory Days lingered in the air, there was a sense that Letterman had completed his journey, and that chapter in television history had been closed. But it was also clear that his influence would live on, in the form of the countless late-night hosts who followed in his footsteps, in the comedy writers who had been inspired by his approach, and in the audience who had laughed, cried, and cheered along with him for all those years. So, as Springsteen's extended version of Glory Days played out that night, it was more than just a farewell song. It was an acknowledgement of an era that had shaped late-night television into what it was, and a salute to David Letterman, who had made his own mark on the entertainment landscape. And as Springsteen finished his final notes, Letterman smiled, content in the knowledge that he had left behind something truly extraordinary, a legacy of humor, irreverence, and a show that would be remembered long after the curtains had fallen.